I got what I think is a very interesting question the other day from a follower on Twitter, the Fake Young, who basically asked me if there were any conspiracy theories that I don't believe in. The short answer is no. The long answer is yes, there is a conspiracy that I don't believe in. In order to answer this question, I think it's important to give the framework for how I view reality, and that framework has 3 parts. First is that we live in a matrix. The movie is a great esoteric example of what I think we are currently engaged in. The 3D dimensional world where I'm like drinking a Monster and giving myself heart disease. Like all of that, that's fake. If you don't want to watch The Matrix, then just watch Rick and Morty. So it's important to know that. The second part of my framework is that there are people in this world who have secret knowledge, the trick to reality, the thing that most people in the world are not aware of, who know that we are in a matrix and actively manipulate it for their needs, wants, desires, evil plans, good plans, whatever. Includes groups like what we call the Illuminati. But it's not just them. There are secret groups all around us. Think about Facebook, okay? Think about Facebook. You're in public groups, which would be like where you go to work, or your family, or the friends you made in college. Like, those are all public groups that you're a part of. But you know you're in at least one secret group on Facebook where it real goes down. The knowledge that a good conspiracy theorist uses to determine what is really going on here is not inaccessible. It's secret and it's hidden, but it's not inaccessible. If you research, you can use Google to figure out that the driver killed JFK. So that's real crucial to understand. The third pillar to my philosophy, you're already in the game, okay? It's too late to decide, oh, I want to go back. No, you're in the game. You have to do something about it. And I don't mean you go out there running in the streets butt naked, telling everyone who killed JFK, okay? I'm not saying that. I'm saying that each of us in our own lives has a certain role that we can fill if we wanted to. You have to decide whether you will play or be played, basically, to quote something that I don't remember. So let's apply that framework to JFK. The first question I ask myself is, did the event happen? Is there proof that something happened? Yes, duh, obviously. Going through the second pillar, I would ask myself, is it possible that there were secret groups behind the event that happened in the Matrix, okay? Yes, duh, obviously. At my third pillar, I ask myself, knowing what I know, how can I do something about it? And there's no concrete answer to that. And that's why it's a big moral dilemma on whether or not you want to wake somebody up and how to wake anyone up. A lot of times when you try to tell people the truth, it's impossible. They don't want to hear it. They just won't. And that's their decision. In my opinion, it's not a good idea usually to try to tell someone the truth who isn't ready to hear it. It's not going to work out as well as it did for Chris Pratt in Passengers. My soulmate would say that this is just because I avoid confrontation, and really getting people angry about the truth is a good thing. And a lot of you will probably think that too. But for me, it's difficult to enrage people. So given that framework, I'm going to answer your question. Is there any conspiracy I don't believe in? It would be the conspiracy that what we see right now, this three-dimensional world that we live in, that this is all there is, that this is what's really going on. The world that the corporate reality judges transmit to us and tell us is the real world. That is the conspiracy. There is no real world. Everyone is living their own reality. And it's a matter of understanding that you can control your reality and then making the choice to control it in a direction that you want it to go. That's a little bit deep, or raised. It's a little bit high. I think that absolutely anything can happen. I think that there are people who know and plan what will happen. And I think that there are ways for people, you and I, to figure it out and do something about it. Whether that's just by improving our lives and making strategic decisions based on that information, whether that's telling somebody else that information, whether that's talking on a YouTube video, alluding to the information. If you're still watching at this point, please give this video a like so I know who's out there, how many people are listening to this. I'm making videos to reconnect, to connect, and period, with people. I think it's really important now more than ever. If you have a question that you would like me to answer in a video or a topic, send it to me on the social media platform that you like the most. And I will see you on the next fortnight. I only use the word conspiracy theory as a kind of jumping off point to discuss these things with people, because the phrase conspiracy theory was created by the CIA in order to discredit people who question what reality is, basically. They don't want people to think outside of the framework that they have given to us, the framework that we get from our social media news feeds and our Twitter timelines and what people would call the mainstream media. I prefer to call it the corporate media because that's really what it is. Whatever the mainstream media puts out is put out so that we think a certain way, so that we know about certain things. They don't want us to know about the secret knowledge that's out there. They want you trapped in this framework of only describing things through what they have told you is true about reality. And that's not how we beat the system. That's not how we play the game, okay? You're welcome.